welcome back to the Steak and Brush. I'm Christine, and today's a do-over. We are going to do, or I am going to do, a review of the Bite Beauty Foundation, the Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. And full disclosure, I have filmed this application before, and I actually edited my entire video, was ready to upload it to YouTube, and accidentally deleted it all. I deleted tons of files, not tons, but I deleted several files, and I went back and I had to run a recovery, and I got everything back but 3 files. This is one of them. So everything in the rest of this video, except for one little clip, is the original footage. But I did not have the application. And I really actually wanted you to see the application because it's the first day is the only day I show you the application. Every other day, I just do a recap. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. I won't spoil anything about how I feel about it. I will try to recreate it as best I can. But yeah, that's what's going on, and we'll take it from there. But as with all of my foundation reviews, I will start out with one side of my face I will do with a sponge, one side I will do with a brush to show you if there is any difference in it. I have already prepped my skin with the Cocoa Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. It is a water-based moisturizer, so I wanted to try it out. Now, I had just got a sample of this, and luckily I had enough for a 4th day. So let's go ahead and try this out. It is a very, very thick formula. You can actually see, I can turn this upside down and it does, nothing. The kind of product information behind this, this Bite has actually gone back through all of their makeup, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I can tell you this particular foundation is a clean foundation. It fits all of Sephora's rules about like no parabens and silicones and things like that. Clean doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I understand what clean means to a point, but it's not something, I guess I should say, that is important to me. I'm going to mention this is such a super, super good color match for me. The dude at Sephora, I think he was new. When he matched me, he did not take off my old foundation, like a swatch of foundation to do the little computerized thingy-mabobber. But I was wearing the Soap and Glory Kick-Ass, which is also a really, really good match for me. So it worked. I'm not mad. And this is in the shade L40, by the way. Okay, but anyway, clean makeup. There's this whole movement about, I don't know if we're supposed to think it's healthier or what, but they're trying to boost this whole, you don't want silicones and you don't want parabens. The science behind parabens isn't it's not, it's not conclusive. There are some people that think it's not great. Parabens, in case you don't know, they are a preservative in your makeup to keep it lasting longer. And they talk about, it might not be the best thing in the world, but of course that's not the science isn't conclusive in that. And the problem is these natural things that they use, there are no long-term studies on them. So they may be better, they may not be. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's better. There are lots of natural things that poison us. So, you know, just because it says natural, you still have to look at it. But anyway, that's my soapbox. But I'm not there. I'm not here for that. I'm just here because this is supposed to be a very fresh makeup. It's medium coverage. I can definitely see that. I can still see my sunspots peeking through. But overall, let me get my little mirror out. Overall, I think, you know, we've got a pretty good, even match between the sponge side and the brush. I don't see brush marks on the brush side. I don't see any really better coverage on the brush side either. I have just enough left kind of cover up some of my sunspots to get a little better coverage. It's covered it up a little bit now. It's not, you know, it's not going to cover it up all day because, again, it is medium coverage. But so what we're starting out with for the day, we've got nothing sinking into lines. I don't know if I even got that area. No texture right through here. No polka dot pores. Looks decent on the texture. It's not accentuating it. I don't think it's covering a little more on this side than it is this, but this side's a little worse. It looks good on my chin. I think it's kind of like at a natural matte finish. It's not pure matte. It's a little more satiny. So that's where we are here. The next video you're going to see is after I put my makeup on that original day, and that is original. So we'll see you later. My full face is done. I did end up setting it with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me powder, and I did use my all-nighter from Urban Decay. What do I think so far? I think, especially from a conversational distance, it looks very nice. I did have a little bit of problem, even though I did set it with powder, I did have a little bit of problem blending out my bronzer right here. I don't know if that was just a weird issue, so we'll have to see how it goes tomorrow. And it's not doing any texture hiding, but it is not accentuating it either. But so far, I think it looks very nice. So the big thing is, we'll see how it wears. I have a long day ahead of me, so it'll probably be close to 12 hours when I check in, and we'll see how it holds up then. We'll see you then. Bye. Okay guys, the second part of this video that we have missed out on is just my end of the day one check-in. I can tell you it was a really short video. I didn't actually film it here. I was out. I'd had a very, very long day. It was at least a 12-hour wear. It was starting to get, like my natural oils were coming through here. So it actually kind of had a nice glow from within kind of look. I had nothing in my lines here, nothing, my nose still looked good, no polka dot pores, texture looked good, chin looked good. It was starting to wear down around the sides of my face, but again, it had been 12 hours. I think it was probably good up until the 8 to 10 hour mark. So that's kind of what the review of the check-in was on the first day. Everything else in this video is the original footage. Thank you for bearing with me with this whole debacle. Guys, I am back for the day 2 recap of the Bite Beauty foundation, and I have to say it's looking really, really good. I think I like the finish a little better yesterday when I used the water-based primer. Today I used my Touch and Soul Prime Essence, which I haven't had any problems with, but it just had a more natural kind of glow from within look yesterday. Could also be because I was more active yesterday, so maybe some of my oils came through a little bit more. I don't know, but I am very pleased with the look. So when we look it up close here, there is nothing going into my lines here at all. No polka dot pores at all. It is still all the way on my nose. Very little texture. You can still see my blush, bronzer, and highlight. And today, besides the pain issues I have, I also have periods of just great exhaustion. And I was watching TV today and I got really cold and just like, I have to go to sleep right now. Which these things happen. And I had to go to sleep right then. And I kept thinking, I kept like waking up a little bit in my sleep thinking, no, I can't roll over on my side. I've got my foundation on and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to bias the test too much. But of course I roll over all the time in my sleep, but it's still all there. So, I mean, transfer proof, it's great. It stayed on, you know, even though my cheeks were right up against the pillow. It is still on my chin. I don't see any wearing, and it has been, we are right now at just about the 7.5 hour mark, almost 8 hours. I started off very late today. So I am very, very pleased with this so far. I'm going to try it tomorrow, probably with no primer at all, just to see how it works. But we've got 2 days under our belt and it's worked really well. I'm afraid I might actually have to buy this one. That's the problem with getting samples and finding higher end foundations you like. Sometimes, you know, I just find them and I'm like, it's okay, but I don't want to buy it. A sample was fine. But then every once in a while you got to bite the bullet and, you know, buy something you like. So I'll probably wait. I still have 3 more foundations to review. So I'll probably wait and see how those go and how they compare to this one. Since I've already bought the other 3. But we'll check in tomorrow just to see how it went. I'll see you then. All right, I am back for day 3 of the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged, one of those, micellar foundation. And let's see what we're getting into. I did not use any primer today. The first day I used a water-based, the second day I used a serum, and today no primer at all. But I did set it with my Becca Hydrogel Set and Refresh powder. What we're looking at now, my forehead looks great. It has a real like glow from within kind of coming through. Nothing settling into my lines. Nose still looks good. No polka dot pores. Everything is still there. Chin is still good. Where I'm wearing down is right here, and that's because I napped again today. But everything else is fine. Underneath here, you know, this whole area, it's just where I was napping. Now, the other day I napped when I used primer and it didn't come off. So I think if you use the right combination of things, you're not going to have a problem with the transfer. So, yeah, I mean, I think it all looked really good. I was really impressed by this. In my 5 points of things that I'm looking for, where, if it's done right, I mean, even if it's not done right, it wears okay. But you could have a really long wear. I mean, I've actually had this on for 12 hours now. And you can have a really nice long wear if you use the right primer and set it properly. I really believe it does definitely need to be set. It's just that type of foundation. It's just too tacky. It's too thick and too tacky for it not to be. And when I say thick, I don't mean when it goes on the skin. I mean the actual consistency is thick. You can spread it out so it's not like clumping on your skin or anything like that. But it just stays very moist and tacky, so I do think you need to set it. So I gave it a full star for wear. Transfer proof, the same thing. If it is set correctly and primed correctly, I do believe it is nothing is 100% transfer proof, but I think it is pretty transfer proof. You know, one day it even went through my napping, but you know, that's more wear and tear than most people put on their cheeks. So I give it a full star for that. The way it looks on my face, again, I never once had any problems with seeping into lines, any micro lines, texture, or polka dot pores. So I give it the full star on there. My sunspots, it does not cover that. This says it's a medium coverage, so it's not going to cover it. I mean, maybe like first thing in the morning when I first put it on and powder it, but once I start putting highlighter on it, that just brings it all out. That's, you know, medium coverage, you're not going to get that. So it doesn't get any stars there for me. The final thing is just the miscellaneous what it claims. Most of its claims are about the cleanness of it, quote unquote cleanness, and that's not why I purchased this. I'm assuming all of its claims for that are, you know, it gets the Sephora cleanness thing, so, you know, it must reach those. I don't care about that. I think clean beauty, you know, if it's really something you want, terrific. It means nothing to me. I don't care about really, you know, parabens and silicones and stuff, because I think when you say all natural, you know, just because it's natural doesn't mean it's good. But that's just my high horse there. But besides the clean, you know, it says it's medium coverage. Yes, it's medium coverage. It says it's for normal, dry, combination, and oily. So it says it's for everybody. I can only comment on mine, but I think it feels really good on mine. And it says 100% of users agree the foundation feels fresh. Definitely think that. 97% of users agree this foundation is easy to blend. I would say that as well. And 97% of users agree this foundation applies smoothly. I agree there. So as far as all of its claims, and I didn't find anything else miscellaneous that I would put in there, I would give it the full star. So that puts it at a 4-star, and I would say that, yes, it is a 4-star foundation out of 5. Again, I have 3 more foundations to do, like right now. I've got, you know, I have 1 in my drawer and 2 more coming tomorrow. So once I'm done with this batch, if I really like it, you know, if I don't like absolutely love one of those others, I very well may go out and buy this. $39 price tag, it's a little ouch, but you know, I think it's worth it. I just have to see what I think of the others and we'll see if we get that. But I have really enjoyed this. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Every little bit helps me. Follow me over on Instagram at steak_and_brush. And if you have any makeup loving friends, please go ahead and share this with them. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.